I work since 5 months on this, and I really need to get going. I can't work on this anymore. It's enough. That's exactly what happens. There's a fucking screw in there. Yeah, the last few days have been quite stressful. I've said that already, that we have to get my airplane put together, all the little bits and pieces, until the planned start of this trip, which is the 21st of June. But on the 21st of June I already want to be up in Point Barrow, which is like a day of flying if you really push it. But we are heading over to Palmer to pick up my panel, and it should all be working, and then it's probably another good day of work to put it all in the plane, put it all together, and get the plane ready to fly and finally take off for the first time. From my experience so far, for every project that I did, it's always gonna be really tight in the end. There's usually not a big project that is just done a week before it started. Like, there will always be preparation in the end.
I think it's going to be great. A logistical nightmare, but fantastic nonetheless. As long as he picks his weather days, and it's like flying anywhere. Pick your weather days, and maybe way down south where the Andes get really tall, like some of the lowest passes are 10,000 feet or something. There might be some challenges there.
I think we can make it on time to leave here, but the rest is a question of whether if we can really make it to Barrow. So will be quite tricky, but I mean, it's just a date, you know, and things might change, but I think we're still good to go for the 21st. Fingers crossed.
If everything works, we can make it in time, but if just one little thing goes wrong, we will not make it.
I still don't know exactly, of course, what kind of challenges will be coming on the way, but I think I'm optimistic there will always be a solution for the problems, and this is one of the big challenges, of course, to find those solutions.
Did you drill a hole in your finger? Almost.
Today is already the 20th. We want to leave tomorrow. Still see some cables hanging out of the airplane. No windows. We're a little bit late. Hope by tonight we can at least start the panel up, start the engine for the first time since 1 year.
There's one thing going for us, and that is 22 hours of daylight. So we just have to have lots of Red Bull and an operating airplane, and we will make it. From Willow, it's likely around, 10 hours, 8, maybe at the very fastest, 10, something like that. It's a long ways.
I think you can never force things. They just happen how they happen, and especially on a trip like a trip like this, where you'll never know what's gonna happen on the way. I think the learning from this can be that we'll probably have to expect way more difficult situations. I mean, if we don't sleep at all, maybe tomorrow morning I can fly, and then if we don't have problems, if we don't have any problems, we can go. Can we go?
I don't know, we might have problems already.
It's a broken hose too. I was in Argentina with Andy Hediger, I was in Colombia in the beginning of the year, and then I went to San Diego doing all this flight school, and that I couldn't finish that in that planned period of time, so I went back home, and then I had to go to San Diego again, and now I'm here in Alaska, and I should have spent more time here in Alaska. It's just hard to not be here and do many things at the same time.
I think it goes on the tail somewhere. Maybe behind the tail wheel. Groschen sticken.
That's a sword. Status is we're putting fuel in, which is a good sign. Checking for leaks, and everything looks pretty good now. We're about to start the engine for the first time and then hopefully still take off. Well, it's still the 21st of June. But we just tried to test the intercom here. And I thought everything's working because everything powered up, but now it's not working. I don't know. I don't know if you can still leave. I don't think so. Really. I think the events in the last couple of days are just a result of what happened in the last couple of months. I was just always a little bit behind, and the reason is that things just didn't work as planned all the time. The idea was to make a movie and have it like sponsored and find partners and like get some money to finance this. That didn't work out really well in the beginning, and so we had to change the concept a little bit. That's why we have a crowdfunding now. I'm working with my partners that I have for a long time, which is very cool. But this just didn't work from the beginning as we planned. Here in Alaska, I was planning to just put the last pieces of the puzzle together with my airplane and just put in those parts that I've ordered more than 3 months ago, and they haven't arrived until I was here, like basically until 1 week ago. We just couldn't leave anymore, and I think it's gonna be tomorrow by midday that we get going, and so it's 1 day late, but I think it doesn't really matter because the idea of the whole project is to take time and just cope with those events that happen and just go with the flow. We started at 7 in the morning and now it's 10:15 so far. It's gonna be another 2, pretty sure. Wow, I never knew that I can work that much. That's not that we should put that in. We're about to start the engine for the first time after a year. It's not working.
No working? No. It might take a while. Ah.
Too bad.
That just takes it out of your sails, doesn't it?
It's working. I can't believe it. This is how engines should always work. Just after a year, it's just like whoop, and they go. I think this is also a takeaway that there's no need to force anything. Well, if you don't really have to force anything because it's still just a fun trip. But once you set a goal, or me at least, I want to reach those goals. And so I'm a little bit disappointed today, but the journey is gonna start tomorrow and then it will be a nice trip. I'm really looking forward to start.